Hey everybody, 828 Fine Adventure. I got this really nice product sent to me from Lexland, a manufacturer of high quality off-road accessories. You can kind of see it on the box here. Anyways, they make a lot of stuff for the 25 Tacoma and 4Runner, and they sent me some ditch light brackets and some ditch lights. Here are the brackets. They're powder coated, really nice. It looks like 1/8 inch steel. The powder coating job is really good, and we're going to see if these fit. Let me show you something else. It came with a harness. It came with hardware. Came with the sheet with how to access directions if you needed it. Came with a button for the interior if I want to wire this. I wire a lot of things to the Garmin power switch, and this is what I plan on doing. So stay tuned for that. What I want to make sure is that these fit. They also sent me 2 lights. Now let's check these out. These are 2 LED lights. I'll have to wire these up. But check it out. Who makes these? Let's see what brand these are. These are really nice. I believe these are really, really nice lights. So let's see if we can get all this stuff test fitted, see if it works, and most importantly, the brackets. My only hesitation right now is right here. It seems to be blocked with plastic from the cowl. So we'll see. I'm going to bolt one of these brackets on, and then we're going to see if it'll work or not. So let's get to it. The next day. Okay, as you can see here, I've already removed one of the bolts. And before I remove the second bolt, and I do this so the hood doesn't move too much, is I go ahead and get the ditch light bracket. I put it off to the side a little bit, kind of have it angled to the side, put the bolt I completely removed back in. This prevents your hood from moving too much. If your hood gets out of alignment, you can chip your paint or close your lid and not be able to get it back open. So you have to be careful. Once I have that bolt in and the bracket attached with one bolt, I remove the second bolt. Once that one is out all the way, I will move the bracket in place completely and put that second bolt in. Then I'll make sure they're both tightened down and good to go. All right, see there? I've got it all, I've got the bracket in there straightened out like it's supposed to be. I'm making sure that the hood is aligned properly and it's in the exact place it was when I loosened those bolts. There could be movement, there might not be, but there could be. You don't want any movement. You could also mark it at the top of the hinge with a marker like a Sharpie or something, just so you see. But that's it. I mean, it takes like a few minutes and then you tighten it up. Okay, you can see where I marked at the top of the hinge before I loosened the bolts and got it all tightened down. And this is the part where you would bolt the actual ditch light. Now you want to make sure this isn't touching the paint on the back of your hood. So if it is, just push down on it a little bit and it'll give you about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch gap away from the paint to protect it from chipping. If you have hood struts, this is a great time to bolt them back up as well. You can also see where I marked the top of the hinge here for when I loosen those bolts, so the hood didn't move. Here is a great close-up of where you will be bolting the ditch light. It's real easy. You know, it's a pretty self-explanatory. After this, you just assemble the ditch light. It has a little bracket, and the C-shaped bracket will go on first, and then you bolt the pod to the bracket. So it all goes together really easy. So here we have the hardware I've put out. I'm painting some of the brackets for the lights black because that's the way I like it. Here's the 2 lights. You will see you will need to wire these. I'm going to wire a plug to them. Here's your harness with a relay, a switch, and an inline fuse. I won't need this because I'm going to be using a Garmin power switch. But these lights by Handshoe can be wired up without that. So it comes with a really nice harness. It's really long, and everything's right there. Okay, these are the C-shaped brackets that come with it. And after the ditch light brackets are bolted to your hood hinges, these are the first thing you will bolt on. And the LED pods bolt to these with these little Allen screws. So it's pretty easy. Here you can see I have bolted the pods to this C-shaped bracket. You tighten down the little Allen bolts. There's one on each side. Now I did all this first before running the wires. So take a look at what I'm doing. You can see there, it's just bolted together. Here's another look from the other side. It's just two Allen bolts that go on each side of the LED pod. And they're very sturdy. Now here is the vehicle with the hood opened and the ditch lights attached. I'm just showing you the amount of room you have. They're not going to hit the windshield. And this is with the hood up pretty high. You know, like if you were going to service it. The only problem would be if it was in for something like, I don't know, major engine stuff and they needed to open your hood really upright, they or you would need to remove these pods. Just showing you, I zip tied the cable. The ditch light brackets have a little slot for zip tying the cable to that. That was a real added bonus, and gives a nice finished look. And that's pretty much the finished product. Here we are with the lights on. It's in the evening, it's about to get dark, sun's going down. You can see them, pretty bright. I might customize them a little by putting an amber like overlay on it or a yellow overlay, I'm not sure. I'm kind of going with the amber theme. So anyways, there they are at this time of night. And I'm sure they'll really help when I'm turning into parking lots and stuff and I can't see the curb or the ditch. Turn these on and I'll be able to see everything to each side of the vehicle. So let's check these out when it's dark. Here are the ditch lights when they're off, and here they are when they're on. And you can see it brightens up the sides pretty well. This view is of the front drivers. I've just cut the ditch lights on and you can see it really brightens up the side of the vehicle. Otherwise, where that bright circular area is, that would be kind of dark or dim. Now it doesn't strobe like this, that's just the camera or the computer. Here you go, I'm backing up. I'm going to show you the side view and how bright it is. Again, this is the driver's side. You can see it really brightens up the side there. All right, guys, there's my install video of the ditch light brackets and ditch lights sold by Lexland. Really straightforward install. You just got to have a little mechanic skills and be comfortable loosening the bolts on your hood hinges, because if the hood moves and gets out of whack, you know, you could chip the paint or not be able to get it open again. So mark it around the hinge with a Sharpie and everything should be good and you'll get everything back exactly like it goes. These brackets did fit really well. I was hesitant at first because it's a really tight seal on the hood. It has a little place, CNC machined out here for a zip tie, which is a nice touch. These pod lights that came with it says they're Baja Designs. I've never had those before. They're really bright and really nice quality. I might put some amber overlays over this because I kind of like the amber look or the yellow look. Other than that, I did not use the harness that was provided. It comes with a harness with a relay and an inline fuse and a button on-off button. It also comes with an interior switch that'll work in the 25, 24 Tacoma and the 25 4Runner. I did not go that far in wiring. I didn't want to go through the firewall, and I don't have any of the auxiliary wiring harness that Toyota provides with some of the vehicles. So, how did I wire them? Well, I have a Garmin power switch. It works through Bluetooth with an app. I don't have to run any wires into my firewall. It just works on my phone. I can have my phone in the phone holder, go to the app, or go to CarPlay, the app's on there, and control my lights. I can also dim the lights and strobe them and do all kinds of stuff. I've had it for a while. It was on the Tundra, and I took it off, and really good quality. Back to these pod lights. They're very strong. The powder coating's really nice, and we'll see if I use them. You know, they're kind of neat. Probably turn them on when I turn into kind of a blind driveway or something like that. Other than that, great quality, great price, and I'll put links under the video in the description. There is also a discount code, so check it out. You save some money, and especially holidays coming up or whatever. And there you have it. So that's all I got for you right now. I got more videos coming, and I will see you next time. See ya.